So Hugh, what about courting? How did you go out with a lady?
Well, you couldn't just jump into bed with a lady back then. You go along to her house and you'd ask her parents if you could knock her up and get her on crack. If they said yes, you'd take her along to a junglist mash-up. It was called jungle then, not drum and bass, that came later.
So what sort of things did you go out and see of an evening?
Oh, we'd go to the music halls. All the variety acts were there. And Lily Savage and Kirsty Young. I remember Chris Tarrant was working the halls. He'd come on and he'd say, "But we don't want to give you that." It was very funny for the first year.
So Hugh, I suppose life was very different in the old days.
It was very different. We never had sushi. We had to improvise. So we'd go to the fish shop and say, "Don't bother frying it." Or my mother would make some sushi out of corned beef.
And I suppose it was very exciting in the old days when some new things came along.
Well, I certainly remember the first set of Star Wars films, long before Phantom Menace. And when Return of the Jedi came out, there were street parties. George V came out to see it, and we were all given a silver sixpence with a picture of Queen Victoria on one side and a picture of Jabba the Hutt on the other.
Hugh smells of memories. He's stopped time by spouting his past.
Oh, they were great days. We all had Gillette Contour then, but not Contour Plus. But we all knew it was just round the corner.
So, Hugh, what sort of living hell did you go through in those days?
Well, the war started in 1939 and I joined the army. I was stationed in Kent until 1941. 1942 was my gap year, and I went interrailing through Europe. It was very...
So, Hugh, I imagine there are lots of things we are used to now that you didn't have in the old days.
Well, we never had feng shui in those days, so we put all our cupboards in the wrong place. And as a result, all our businesses went bust. And that was the start of the Great Depression.